Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about how characters play on AI, and I will be making a One Punch Man world tier list about this. So for example, AI can be used when you're doing commissions, when you're doing regular team stuff. Your teammates are kind of powered by AI. You can also use them as your main character, and you can turn on the AI mode, and that will make an artificial intelligence robot play the character for you. So these AI are usually worse than your skill level, with of course some certain exceptions. So yeah, I'll be going over this tier list. I'll be explaining everything to you guys so you guys can fully understand what's happening. So for example, first we have better than you. This basically means that this AI will probably do better than what you could possibly do with it. So it really depends. Great means it's very, very good. It's solid. You definitely want to run this as your AI. If you don't want to run as your player, you could definitely run with your AI. Good is it's pretty good. It retains relatively what the character kind of does. All right's like, yep. Say it. You can kind of see a little bit of your gameplay in there. It does all right, and then good's just a little better than that. It's pretty decent, pretty solid. Unusable is basically you don't want to run this on AI. AI is basically an abomination. So you don't really want to run that on AI at all. So I'll be getting right into this. Basically, also there are two different types of AI. There's the main character AI and the offhand AI, which basically means that you can kind of like run it in a way where the other guys, when you use the main character AI, it doesn't make it so that they just walk around and do nothing. Because sometimes what happens is the offhand AI will kind of just do nothing. But I'll be talking about the offhand AI right now. So we have this guy, Prisoner Sounds Sonic. This guy's pretty good. I do like how he plays. He's pretty solid overall, and I really do think he's pretty good. I'd probably put him in good because I haven't really played him too much on AI because I don't have the character myself, but I've tried him out. I've seen him on AI in Abyssal, and he does rely on a lot of dodges and parries to keep his clones alive as well and to spawn more. So there is that, and the AI won't always get him, but I've seen the AI actually parry, which is pretty good. So he's pretty solid overall, but he does rely a lot on parrying and dodging. So it does minus him some points because the AI, of course, won't always dodge every single attack because that would be overpowered. Now this guy, Genos, put him in great because of the fact that he has to charge up a lot of his attacks. He's a ranged unit. A lot of these ranged units are just very, very strong when it comes to AI, and can do more damage than you will sometimes. But this guy is just spot on. He's very, very solid. I really do like this guy a lot, and he does have a great place on my team for AI and offhand. Now for Triple Staff Lily. Lily is she's a little weird, but she does do some damage, so I'll give her that. She does do a lot of damage, some pretty moderate damage for her, and she does retain most of what her attributes are, but she does rely on accurate dodging sometimes, but not too much, so she is viable on AI, that's for sure. So I'll probably put her in great, maybe above Sonic. I'll put her above Sonic. Lightning Max, his AI is actually really strong too. I'm going to put him above Sonic. His AI does to get the job done, does deal out a lot of damage. That's basically about it. And he works pretty well. Stinger, same thing. I'm putting him bottom of great. He actually does really well, even though his Q ability is a dodge. You don't really need that ability. His charge move, like I said, charge moves characters are really, really good on AI because instead of just walking around and doing nothing, they're spending that time charging up their attacks, which deal out quite a bit of damage. So I think it's actually very good. Do be mindful though, Stinger can't really dodge on AI, and he does get hit a lot, right? So he might get staggered a bunch and not do much damage. E-Iron, I'm going to put him in alright or unusable, probably top of unusable or bottom of alright. He is a parry unit, and that is kind of what he relies around. So he doesn't really, I'm going to put him bottom of right. He's a parry unit, right? So a lot of AI can't really use him, and you need to be a very skilled player to use these guys. So like this guy, he has a high skill cap. I'll talk about skill cap in another tier list, but he is pretty alright. like AI. It's just you kind of don't want to run him on AI. Like if he's like one of your best built characters and you don't have any other alternatives, sure, I guess run him. But he really isn't that good on AI because he relies too much on his parry, and the AI can't get that done. Spring. I'll put him in great. Just like top of great, just for the fact that he has a bunch of charge moves that his AI completely shits on people with. And these top 3 have just been people that can actually charge up their moves. I get it, E-Iron has a charge up move too, but he relies too much on his parry. So these guys all spend their time, instead of just being idle, charging up their attacks, which is very useful. Spring does do really well, and I guess you can play him better than you because he has a dodge too. But the thing is why I put him in top of great, it's because he's not better than you necessarily, but you can run other characters on main character. So for example, this guy doesn't need to be run on main character, and I advise you not to, so you can make room for other people on the team that rely on being your main character to actually perform, right? I'm gonna do Moomin Rider now. I'm not sure of what Moomin Rider can do. I think I've tried him before. He's actually not terrible. He doesn't rely on any dodges, so he's kind of solid up there. He doesn't do much damage for me, but I'm gonna put him at here because of the fact that I've played Maelstrom and he actually performs pretty well. Even though I haven't really gotten a really good build on him, he does do pretty well. So I think he does pretty decent overall, and actually dishes out damage. Saitama unusable. He was already unusable before a little bit. He can be a little viable as a parry unit, but man, he is not good on AI. He does like 6% damage when I'm putting him on, like 16%. Like he's just not contributing to the team. He's a liability. He doesn't block. He doesn't really tank that well. So I'm putting him unusable. I do have a pretty solid build on this guy, ish. Like I have him at a pretty high PL level. So there is that. Smileman's another good AI. I've seen him in the tutorial. He's pretty solid. He does do gets his job done. Smileman is a skilled character to play, but yeah, AI gets it done still. Atomic Samurai, unusable. Way too much block, way too much this, way too much that. You need to be good at dodging to play Atomic Samurai, so AI just doesn't get that done. Golden Ball, range troop, like I said, top of good. I might rename this Metal Knight because there's only one character I know that's better than me, and it's Metal Knight. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put Golden Ball up here. Golden Ball is not a really good character. He's alright. He's a little intricate, skilled to play, but he does perform well for me on AI sometimes. So I think there is that to consider. Arms Genos, not in the game. And this guy, top of good. He is a very good AI, but of course you can play him better, because the one fault that he has is that missing machine gun blows is pretty frustrating, and he might time the machine gun blows wrong, because Genos can't run around while attacking with his machine gun blows, so he just kind of stands there and just starts punching at air. Like I said, that's one of the drawbacks with Genos. That's one of his damaging moves too, right? And if the AI does that, then he won't get enough attack to switch forms, so he'll be kind of stuck just M1ing the entire time, not doing too much damage. Saitama Dreamworld, unusable. He keeps dying on AI. I tried using him just for his SSR card buff with his attack. Unusable. Can't really use him. He's not very good. He doesn't really have an effect, and he doesn't do much damage at all. Speedo Sound Sonic, alright, bottom of right. Actually unusable. 16% damage. Abysmal. Not that good. He does do kind of damage, but he relies a lot on his dodge, so I'm probably going to put him at the top of this unusable tier, followed by Saitama, and then this guy's at the bottom because he sucks ass. Also at fighting many enemies, he's really bad at that. Puri, unusable. Actually, I put him on alright. Just the HUD of the Iron. He does parry well. He's a pretty solid character in that retrospect, but he doesn't do much damage at all. Only putting him here for his tanking aspect. He actually does lower damage than these two, but he has a tank, right? So he can kind of attract the enemies. Not a taunt, but he can just piss off the enemies into attacking him sometimes. Mostly they look to attack the player one, but yeah, he can fend them off kind of. Zombie Man, also unplayable. That's my one drawback with Zombie Man, is he cannot be played on AI. For example, I have a team of Zombie Man, Silver Fang, this guy, and this guy, right? And Metal Knight. The thing is that I can't play Silverfang. Actually, I'd play Silverfang if Zombie Man was good on AI, just because Silverfang is ass on AI. So he would, not, so he could be actually viable, because I need to parry a lot and I need to manage this stuff. And Silverfang has a really high attack stat, so he can do that. But he's just not that good because of the fact that he is just not doing damage because he's on AI. King's not playable. Silverfang, I just talked about Silverfang, so I'll put him in top of all right. Like, he's just not that good on AI. He does like 16% damage on my team. Sometimes he's just not that good. 16% is a very weird number that keeps recurring, but it happens. He has 10,000 over 10,000 attack, and in comparison, my Zombie Man has a full crit build with 8,000. Completely outclasses him if I'm main character and he's AI. Silverfang does do better on main character, of course, but he is not that strong on AI. Now Tatsumaki, range troop. I'm going to put her in the bottom of great. She does get her job done. She does use her abilities. She does use her abilities right. So she's a very, very solid character. She's a range troop, just like I said before. Very solid, but she doesn't move in her telekinesis state or whatever it's called. So she does get hit, and it kind of ruins her flow. Oh, crap, man. I'm tired of shit. Metal Knight, better than me. You can use 2 abilities at once, basically, and that's one of the skill things with Metal Knight and his ability management. He's a very skilled character, but AI just does him way better than I ever could, so I have Metal Knight there. Don't get me wrong, though, I still do play Metal Knight from time to time, but, man, he's just so good on AI, it's unbelievable. He will carry your team, he will outfrag you sometimes, he is going to be a better Metal Knight than you when you start off, so I'm going to put him in better than you. Okay, Snek. I'm going to put him right here. Snek is actually a dodge-reliant character, but he does dish out quite a big ton of damage when he's on AI. I don't know why, it just happens. I'm terrible at playing Snek, so he's actually better than me, but, skilled players could probably be better than Snek. So I'm actually going to put him top of great. He's actually really weird in the fact that he is a dodge-reliant character, yet he can just be played on AI. Very weird. Mine's actually really good, really solid on AI. He still works well on AI, but of course he isn't better than you. But he actually gets his job done quite a bit and does actually quite a bit of damage. Not as much as you would, but he is actually very viable on AI if there is other characters you want to play on AI, because if they're like really bad on AI and you want to main them, go, be my guest. But there is a really cool trick where if you just click on during autoplay or whatever, like for, let's just say, Abyssal or whatever, you can click his movement keys when you're in his mode, right? And the AI will click it for you as well. So you can actually do your dance keys really, really quickly, which is cool. Fubuki, unusable. Main character, she's not even that strong either. She's just not very usable right now. Even though her AI got a buff, she's not usable. So that's that. That's basically it. I just want to talk about this and kind of give you guys the full kind of, chart of who you can play on AI and who you cannot. So this is just what I think. If I'm wrong, you can just let me know in the comments down below. But this is the order I like to see it in. I might put my mask up a little lower. Maybe Snek drops by 1 tier here, because Spring Mustachio is very good on AI. But a lot of these characters, if you really want them to be as good as they possibly can, of course, play it yourself. But AI is a very good helper in terms of characters, and some of them are actually pretty strong and smart. But there are some that they have to make the AI stupid, just for the fact that a lot of these characters rely on dodge. For example, him, parry, dodge. I don't know what the fuck, why he's so bad on AI, but he just is. And he also has a dodge. Parry and block and dodge. Parry, dodge, and this guy's just randomly shit. I don't know why. So Zombie Man, I'll move him up a couple tiers, but he's about right here. So yeah, he's really not that good. And he does like 16% of my team's damage, even though he's my main, if I put him on AI. So I just want to let you guys know that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Just a quick reminder, these are all in order here. This is how I think it is. If I am wrong, please let me know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my video. Have a great one, everybody. See you guys in the next one. Peace.